Boston Bruins begin the night just 2 points behind the Red Wings in the Atlantic standings for the division's final guaranteed playoff spot with 6 games remaining in the regular season. When you know it, the Bruins were at the Joe tonight and for a pretty important game. Midway through the second, Dane DeKeyser let one rip from the blue line. Off the boards, Luke Glendening, right place, right time, flips it up and into the net. 12th of the year for Luke, Wings lead at 1-0. In the third, the Wings on a power play. Riley Shannon can't control the puck, but Stephen West gets just enough of it to sneak the pass in. West's second goal of the last 4 games. But game tied at 2, just over 2 minutes left to play. Zach Trutman from a very tough angle somehow gets it through. First career goal for Trutman, it's the game winner. Red Wings and the Bruins now tied for 3rd place in the Atlantic Division. Just 5 games left in the regular season. In this year's Final Four, there are 18 McDonald's All-Americans. 9 of them play for Kentucky, 8 for Duke, and the other is Michigan State's Brandon Dawson. So there's plenty of star power in this year's national semifinals that include 3 #1 seeds and the 7 seed Spartans. But then again, it was the 7 seed UConn that won it all last year.
Well, I do think you still got to play your role. You can't be somebody you're not, just like as coaches. I don't think we can try to change and be somebody we're not. You grow as a coach, and I think the same as players, you grow, but I don't think you want to try to be somebody you're not. And I don't think either one of our teams will be. I don't think we have those kind of players. There's not a big ego group here. And I thought what he said about John's team, too, is interesting because usually the superstars are supposed to have the big egos. I don't see a lot of big egos in this tournament. In fact, probably the fewest I've seen in a lot of years.
Mitch Fick and Evan Beach are on their way to the Indy. Our coverage from the Final Four begins at 4 p.m. tomorrow, and at 6:30 we'll have a full 30-minute show dedicated to Michigan State in the Final Four. A bunch of good stuff to talk about, like Kentucky trying to go unbeaten, a pair of Big Ten teams advancing, and of course the blockbuster matchup of Duke and Michigan State. All that and a whole lot more starts tomorrow night right here on Fox 17. Justin Verlander has never been on a disabled list in his career, but this spring he has been bothered by a sore tricep, and manager Brad Ausmus said he would need to pitch today if he was going to avoid going DL. Sadly enough, Verlander did not pitch for the Tigers today and will not pitch in the minor league game tomorrow. So he begins the season on the disabled list with sore tricep. It is the first time that he has been on a DL in his 10-year major league career. Verlander was scheduled to pitch in his team's second game on the season on Wednesday. Instead, everybody else will be moved up one day. Verlander is confident that this will be a short stint and hopeful to make his season debut on April 12th against the Indians.
It's kind of been a conversation where we could start scratching days off on the calendar, like, okay, I couldn't quite, throw a bullpen today or whatever, and today was my scheduled start, so we had to scratch that off. And you just kind of do simple math and realize that you're not going to be able to make your regular season start because I still have to get one more spring training start in. So, it's kind of a day-by-day thing, and you just kind of play it by ear.
The Tigers playing the Yankees in Lakeland today. Only 2 spring training games left after today. Bottom of the 4th, bases loaded, Nick Castellanos, he serves it right to the right side of the infield. Miggy scores easily, and J.D. Martinez slides in ahead of the throw to give the Tigers a 2-zip lead. 10 RBIs spring for Castellanos. Next batter is Hernan Perez. The pitch gets away. Cespedes gets the great jump from third and then uses one of his 5 tools, speed, to score. Tigers beat the Yanks 3-2. That's all for sports. We'll have another look at the weather coming up.